Alright, everybody, it's review time again. You know the sitch and everything and all that stuff. And blah, blah, blah. And excuse the chain dingling sound. It's my dog. He's staring up at me. I'm sorry, I don't have any food for you. So anyway, this is Thomas and the this is Thomas and the Sounds of Sodor. Buddy, stop biting that. I'm sorry if he's a little bit of a distraction, and then off he goes, and he's leaving. So, okay. So Thomas and the Sounds of Sodor. I would have to say, for the most part, it's hit and miss. I mean, granted, it's not terrible, but it's not really that good either. It's... But it's nitpick time again, so let's see, another interesting opener. It was a noisy day on the island of Sodor. Just like every single freaking day. I mean, the islands, I'm sure it's gonna be flooded with noises like chuff, 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 chuff. Ah, get out of the way, asshole! Ah! However, I will say, that one camera angle of Gordon puffing past, like, in the very second, shot, that was really well executed. I thought that was really cool. And then, like, I'm sorry, another nitpick, but, when Toby is chuffing past, during, like, the exposition, narration, and stuff like that, why is Toby so wobbly? I mean, he's not that old. I mean, if any engine should wobble, it's Edward, or something like that, the old iron, but then, of course, past season logic doesn't apply here. And, basically, Thomas, of all engines, is selected to, pick up a composer, no wait, I'm sorry, great composer, to, write a song for a grand concert. Yeah, I'm sure that won't lead to a total disappointment. Well, at least Annie and Clarabelle do return, for the most part, which was a nice touch. I haven't seen them in a while. And I have to say, despite the writing being pretty bad, I can at least say Thomas, he sort of has the right idea about the Sounds of Sodor, but also the wrong idea as well. I mean, I'm sure he's thinking the sounds of Sodor are like birds and animals, but that's more really the sound of nature. So, like I said, I think he had sort of the right idea, but also sort of the wrong idea. It's pretty... And yeah, as soon as other engines pass by, the audience already knows what the Sounds of Sodor really are, and we just have to follow the adventure and see if Thomas will figure it out. And then, of course, Percy and Emily puff by, and, I'm sorry, is it just me, or are Percy and Emily going really fast with those trucks? I mean, if they were going that fast, I swear there would be a runaway. Or, you know, the trucks were pushing them on, and stuff like that. I mean... I remember we seen, like, Thomas go pretty much at the same speed in Hero of the Rails when he broke his brakes, so... But then again, that's just me, so, and of course, Buddy's coming back. Or not, okay. No, wait, he is back. Sorry. I don't have any food for you! Sorry! Sorry, excuse the, distraction, so, and, okay, also, I'm sorry, I know this is a huge nitpick, but, why does Emily have Henry's whistle? I mean, if you listen really closely, like in, what was it, Emily and the Coaches, or whatever it is, you'll see that Emily had a different whistle than the one she has now. In fact, I use that same exact whistle in, TNF episode 13. So, but now now she has Henry's whistle. Why? I mean, is there, like, gonna be one episode where, like, Henry's gonna be like, Emily, stop stealing my whistle! I'm not stealing your whistle! Don't bullshit me! No, seriously, I'm not! Then let me hear it. Hey, look, it's the Easter Bunny! Where? Pew! What else? What else? Yeah, Thomas, you're gonna take the composer to places where there are no engines on such a big railway. You're pretty much just asking for the impossible. I mean, but anyway. And, if you look very closely, you'll even see Annie's expression about Thomas's idea. Like, even she knows that it's stupid, but does she say anything? Nah. And then, of course, when Thomas picks up the great composer to let him listen to the sounds of Sodor... Shut up, watch. I will say at least this, the nature shots of, like, the stream and everything, they are pretty well animated. And I'll admit, I did get a bit of a chuckle at the composer's way of writing his tune. I kind of like his way of thinking. But then, like, when other engines puff past Thomas, they all keep referring to Thomas as their friend. Yeah, like they're gonna, for just this one time, completely forget all the trouble that Thomas has caused over these past few years and past seasons. It's like, oh, I know I still have a grudge against Thomas, but for some reason I'll forget about it just this one time. And, yeah, Gordon, the proper term is called taking the scenic route, not the pretty track. Again, I know, sorry, nitpick. Also, why do you have to constantly refer to the composer as the great composer? I mean, it's not like he's Beethoven or anything. I mean, jeez. I mean, just say you're taking the composer to so-and-so. And, but maybe that would be too boring, and we have to constantly use adjectives to make things interesting for the toddlers. And then, of course, when they get to the quarry, which, by the way, if they close the quarry, how can Thomas still go through it if it's closed? Or, I don't know. Yeah, why was James hiding in the quarry all by himself? I mean, was he trying to hide from something? Or wait, or maybe he's trying, or maybe like something like this. James, what are you doing here? I'm hiding from Mother! And by Mother, you mean Mavis? Don't say that name! You saw what happened to Gordon and Bust My Buffers! Please hide me! I know that sounds stupid, but whatever. And then, of course, it's as predictable as you think. It's another 3 Strikes You're Out episode, and we've seen it like 100 times before. It's nothing new. And then, and again, sorry for this grammatical nitpick, but grammatically speaking, it's not the concert will have to be starting very soon. It's the concert will be starting soon. It's something like that. I'm sorry for being a grammatical prick. And then, of course, Thomas asks all his friends to... friends, bullshit. Ask all his friends to help out. And, yeah, that's a pretty vague way of asking for help. Will you help me? With what? Just help me! Okay. I mean, why don't you actually tell them what's going on? Instead of just, it's like, help me! With what? Just help me! Okay. And then when Percy and Emily come up across, it's like, hello, Thomas! Can we help too? Whatever it is you need help with, since we were never told of what's going on? Of course you can, Emily! You know Percy's here too, right? Oh, who, Benjamin? Nah, he's no help. Something like that. And, then near the end, the composer addresses the Fat Controller as just Fat Controller. I'm sorry, that seems a little ridiculous. I mean, you do know his real name is Sir Topham Hatt, right? Or is that not politically correct to say Sir Topham Hatt in the UK or Australia? Oh, wait, I'm sorry, my mistake. His name's not Sir Topham Hatt, it's Bertram. Oh, how can I forget that from season 13? Fuck season 13. Oh, trust me, in the future, I'll get into nitty-gritty details of why I hate that season. Soon. Or knowing me, it'll be years from now. And then, of course, the ending. Okay, the ending is what I have a little bit of a problem with. I will I will say that, the music scene is a bit impressive and a little clever, but we've seen it in other episodes like Thomas and the Birthday Picnic. So, it's nothing new, but, just the scale of the concert itself. I don't think that's what you mean by grand concert. That would be like something at the Hollywood Bowl or an Alicia Body concert or something. I'm sorry, but this grand concert, this is about the same scale as the brass band playing at a fair or something. And, yeah, without the sheet music, it sounds like this composition was just pulled out of the composer's ass. I mean, it's like every engine is going to know what notes to play, when to play it, and how does that backup band know what to play? And plus 2, 30 seconds long does not mean grand concert. If it was like a sold out, like imagine, like seeing the, like imagine you got tickets to the Hollywood Bowl. They play just a 30-second song and then that's it. Rip off! And, so, overall, Thomas and the Sounds of Sodor, it's pretty bad, for the most part. It's another predictable 3 strikes you're out episode, and, the writing, it's still awful, there's still alliteration, and, the ending, despite being a bit clever, was just a confused mess. And, but for the most part, for a 3 strikes you're out thing, at least it didn't end in, like, total disaster. I mean, granted, this episode's still pretty bad, but it's not too bad. I mean, at least the idea was interesting enough. So, for me, it's this episode's probably not for me, but if other people enjoy this, then good for you. And I can see why certain people would enjoy it. But this episode's not for me, so I'll be nice. I'll give this like a 2 out of 5. So, yeah, just take it for what it's worth. These are strictly my opinions, and if you have different views on these episodes, more power to you. I mean, there's like tons of fish. You know what? I forgot where I was going with this, so I'll just shut up. So take it for what it's worth. It's everybody's opinion, so it's all subjective. So, guys, that's it for Thomas and the Sounds of Sodor. It's not really for me, but if other people enjoy it, good for you. So, with that said, see you next time.